1 minute 50 seconds to go. New Zealand close, and there's the try. That's it. The Bledisloe Cup.
Give it on. Give it on. Give it on.
Australia yields. It's going to be a push over to Zinzan Brook.
It's a thrill dog-eat-dog stuff. Obviously, you know, they're going out to intimidate opposing sides around the world, and you've got to get in there and you've got to stand up to it.
Now to Stanley. Lovely flick to Schuster. Only the fullback to beat. And there's the try to Gallagher. Oh, beautiful try.
They're the best in the world, and they do put a lot of pressure on you. You can't afford to make errors against them because they punish you.
Tomorrow, the Wallabies meet the All Blacks for the 91st time, and New Zealand's record speaks for itself with menace. They've won 63 tests, 3 times as many as we have.
Once an All Black, always an All Black. Once you wear that All Black jersey, to live to that standard as a man, as a character, to be worthy of that, their athleticism, their rugby, their skills, it is part of their heritage.
And you're charged with this responsibility of continuing that pedigree, that onwards and onwards. And you can't beat the feeling, like you say, of putting on the black jersey, giving the old silver fern a rub and thinking, you know, here I go for my country. We're only a small country, and yet we're very proud people of whatever sport we aspire to, and rugby's the number one.
Confronting them, though, on the paddock, I mean, is it actually frightening?
Extremely frightening. I can remember being at the bottom of a ruck at Invercargill in a provincial game with the Wallabies in '49, and it felt like falling under a Victor lawnmower.
But in that first sort of 3 test series for me, the real sort of things in my mind was how hard it was, and obviously the fact that I probably still got scars on my back from that series now.
Wearing the Australian jersey is something you sort of always look forward to, but like you think you might never achieve, and achieving it sort of really lifts you for a start. And then with all those people cheering behind you, singing the anthem, it's a good combination.
John Eales and his club and Queensland State teammate Rod McCall cement the Wallabies' second row. As Australia's most exciting line-out specialist in years, Eales could well be a target tomorrow in his first All Black test. Doubtless, he'll be guided by his more experienced partner.
Some people are apprehensive about it. I prefer to be kicking off and chasing the ball and smashing them rather than waiting to be smashed, but you're very keen to get into it. You don't want to be waiting around to get into it too long. You want to get into the contact and have some big hits early so you can get into it and know what you're up against.
Cutler, brilliantly won. Ella.
The 1984 Grand Slam Tour of Europe signalled the resurgence of Australian rugby.
You Burke. Campese. Mark Ella. What a try.
2 years later, they are on top of the heap, winning the Bledisloe Cup. Since then, New Zealand have resumed their dominance until possibly tomorrow. Bob, in terms of sheer talent, is it as good a bunch as you've ever coached?
Yep, for sure. In terms of talent across the full, all the positions of the team, certainly it's the best.
It's got the best front row in the world. The Australian back row is as good as anything that I have seen. We've got the best halves in Nick and Michael, 2 crackerjack centres, and young Marty Roebuck at fullback is a kid on the way up all the way.
The Wallabies' form this season hasn't been so much surprising as startling, annihilating Wales and running up a record win against European champions England. Captain Nick Farr-Jones is optimistic but cautious.
Look, this team is very good, but a lot of people are jumping up and down. I think that might be a little premature at this stage. We've only beaten a hapless Wales, and we beat an English team who was out of season. You know, mind you, they're Grand Slam champions, but you know, I'm not going to jump up and down until we can beat New Zealand, and until we do that, we haven't got the consistent team that I'm looking for. But things are going, mind you, very well at this stage.
Riding on all this then is national pride, tradition, the edge in November's World Cup, and tomorrow a bulging Sydney football stadium and a teeming live TV audience. All of those, but precious little money. After all, this is an amateur sport. But for how much longer can it survive?
Come on, Rhino.
Unless we can do something about our individual approach to the laws concerning amateurism, it's an impossible task to keep everyone every year.
I think we've probably lost more players just lately than we have for over a period of quite a while. So, yeah, it's a worry. But I believe that, the people in the IRB are going to wake up and realise what it's all about and do something about it.
If the game's going to survive, the game has to become commercial, and that's happening more and more. And it's going to loosen up a lot more. Players have to be reimbursed. I don't mean paid, but reimbursed, and be able to go out there and make money from rugby. And that's going to happen. It's going to be better and better. You're always going to get players who will take up the big buck to go and play league, go and play Aussie rules, go and play tiddlywinks. Who knows? If the money's there, they'll do that. You can't help stop that. We don't need the rot to stop and set in.
I mean, it's going to happen. We just got to hope that we can replace them, and as I said, hopefully make the game of rugby union a little more attractive to them. Mind you, it's very attractive at the moment, what you can get out of the game, but just financially it would make life a lot easier for some of these guys.
Doubtless there will be changes, as there must be, but you can't escape the feeling that these men would play on for little more than the love of the game, just as they have done for most of this century.
Down. Strawn. Will he get it this time? Fighting.
Well, I think any team that doesn't go out there to try and win shouldn't even worry about going on the field, and so we're going out there to win.
It's not so much an instant, but 80 minutes. 80 minutes of pressure and 80 minutes of power and 80 minutes of confrontation, and if you make a mistake, they capitalise, but that's good because if we win, we know we'll have done well.
I'm getting out shortly, so the Bledisloe Cup, I wouldn't mind holding it up. I remember back to '86, Andrew Slack as the captain holding it above his head. Something I'd like to do.